Hey guys, it's Joe and I just want to talk about the 2016 election.
No, I don't.
But I'm gonna anyways, and there's a very important reason why I want to talk about the 2016 election. I don't think any of us really know what our candidates want to do once they're in office. All we really know is why the other person sucks. And that's what I'm gonna do right now, is give you a quick cheat sheet as to what each candidate's platform really is. Let's get to work. Trump wants to eliminate the Affordable Care Act and replace it with a plan of his own. Now, he hasn't gone into a lot of detail of what that plan looks like, but he has said that he wants to ease the price of medication by allowing consumers to shop outside of the country. He also wants people to be allowed to purchase healthcare plans from a different state. Clinton doesn't want to get rid of the Affordable Care Act, instead make changes to what we currently have while also creating a government-run public option for people to increase the amount of options that they have. She also wants to put price caps on the amount of money pharmaceutical companies are allowed to charge for medication. Trump supports the Keystone Pipeline. Clinton opposes the Keystone Pipeline. Trump wants to expand gun rights. He opposes both universal background checks and any bans on any type of assault weapons. He's also promoting a national right to carry law. Clinton is in favor of universal background checks, and she also wants to create laws to help keep guns out of domestic abusers' hands. Also, she wants a ban on all military-style rifles, which is vague. Trump wants to simplify the tax code by creating only 3 brackets, a 12, a 25, and a 33% income tax depending on how much you make. This system would lower taxes for most Americans, with a majority of the savings going back to the highest earners. However, most tax experts have calculated that this will create a $4 to $7 trillion deficit over the next 10 years that Trump has not acknowledged yet. Under Clinton, you're not going to see a lot of changes in the taxes. Households earning over $5 million a year will see an increase of 4%, while households earning over $1 million a year will have a mandatory 30% effective tax rate. Oh, if you don't know the difference between a tax rate and an effective tax rate, look it up. And the last thing is she wants to double the child tax credit to help the lowest earners. Trump wants to invest billions into infrastructure to rebuild public roads, public buildings, water systems, the power grid. Clinton's plan, however, is to do the exact same thing because it's the only thing they truly agree on. What's interesting about this particular topic is that Trump, after the Orlando nightclub shooting, stated that he would be the person to protect the LGBTQ community. However, he has since come out and stated that he would be signing a First Amendment Protection Act, which would protect people's ability to discriminate against the LGBTQ community. Hillary Clinton is in favor of gay marriage, and she has recently stated that gay rights are human rights. However, earlier in her career, she was actually against gay marriage. It's something that she's recently said that she had a change of heart. Sorry, I had to take a cookie break real quick. This is exhausting. Trump has flip-flopped on this issue a couple times and has ultimately come to the conclusion that states should decide whether to legalize or not. Clinton wants the federal government to change the classification of marijuana from a Schedule I drug to a Schedule II drug. She also wants to increase funding for medical marijuana research. However, when it comes to legalization, she is also saying the states should decide. I'm also a believer that if both the candidates smoked pot during the debates, it would have been a little more pleasant. Trump not only wants to keep Guantanamo Bay open, but he said we are going to fill it to capacity. He's also mentioned that he wants to personally oversee the finances of it to see if he could find a way to cut costs. Clinton wants to shut down Guantanamo Bay permanently, but she has not provided a definitive plan as to what she's going to do with the inmates who have been deemed too dangerous to go anywhere else. She's really going to have to work on that. Trump has criticized the federal government for getting involved with student loans and wants to give complete control of student loans over to private banks in the hope of driving up competition and lowering interest rates. He also wants to hold universities accountable in some way for defaulted loans of previous students, but he has not given any detail as to what that looks like. Clinton is in favor of a debt-free college plan, which grants students who come from households making less than $85,000 a year the ability to go to school without tuition. She also wants to allow those who already have student debt to refinance into new programs with lower rates. And like Trump, she wants to hold universities somewhat accountable for these defaults, but again, no one knows what that looks like. Now, while Trump has admitted access to clean water in the world is a very big problem, he has stated that climate change is a hoax and not real. He has also stated that the 2016 Paris Climate Agreement is just not good. Clinton has not only stated that she believes climate change is real, but that it's also very dangerous for us in the future and we need to take steps now. This one is a bit difficult because Trump has stated that the federal minimum wage should not be increased. It was actually already too high. A couple months later, he stated that the federal minimum wage should be increased and he doesn't know exactly to what level it should go. And even further down the line, he said that the federal minimum wage law shouldn't be changed at all, but it was up to the states to decide whether they wanted to have their minimum wage increased or not. So it's really hard to understand exactly what he believes, and I don't know if he's completely thought it through. Clinton has been in favor of a $12 an hour federal minimum wage. However, the Democratic Party adopted Bernie Sanders' plan of having a $15 an hour. They put it in their party platform. However, Hillary has not officially endorsed that plan yet. Early in his career, Trump was actually pro-choice, but he has come out since saying that he is pro-life and intends to elect a conservatively biased justice for the Supreme Court. This could overturn Roe v. Wade and make abortions illegal. As with most things, Clinton's on the other side. She is pro-choice and is a very big supporter of Planned Parenthood. Trump's immigration plan starts with an immediate deportation of all illegal immigrants with no amnesty. He also wants to build the Great Wall of Trump along the Mexican-US border, in which he will get the Mexican government to pay for that. He's also looking to end birthright, which grants citizenship to someone who's born here regardless of who their parents are. Clinton wants to introduce legislation that will streamline the process for illegal immigrants to become citizens. She also intends to defend Obama's executive act that protects 5 million immigrants from being deported. And done. I'm sure there are a lot more topics I could have covered, but I didn't. If you have a topic that you'd like to know a little bit more about, Google it. Also, what is a political video without a plea for you to go vote? This is more than just a presidential election. Members of the House, members of the Senate, your local government officials. That means if you don't vote, then you're not allowed to bitch at all the next 4 years. You're just not allowed to. All right, in any case, good night. Or good morning or afternoon. I don't know when you watch this, so.